Over its more than a century of educating students in the West Valley, the Peoria Unified School District has had many wonderful superintendents, but none has had the long-lasting impact and represented the goals and ideas of the district more than Dr. Raymond S. Kellis. He began his career at Peoria High School in 1959, working as a teacher, bus driver, and football coach. After working in other districts in Arizona, Dr. Kellis returned to Peoria in 1975 as assistant superintendent and was appointed superintendent 3 years later. During his 17 years in office, Peoria experienced its most rapid growth, opening 20 new schools and establishing itself as one of the finest districts in the state. That success was a reflection of the leadership, values, and dedication to public education that was modeled by Dr. Kellis every day. Today, 2 decades after he first retired as superintendent, the impact of Dr. Kellis's vision for the district still plays out on our campuses and across the valley and state that he called home. For 20 years, the district has been proud to recognize exemplary leaders in administration, teaching, and support staff with an award named in his honor. The legacy of Dr. Kellis lives on through the hard work and commitment to students demonstrated by these outstanding Peoria employees.
Dr. Kellis was an extraordinary human being, and he is the epitome of what education was all about. That man talked the talk and walked the walk.
He modeled what a school administrator should be in every sense of the word. He was talented, gifted, humble, brilliant, the most eloquent speaker I've ever heard.
Was always very sincere about what he did and wanted to make sure that we went back to our campuses and treated our staff with respect, treated students with kindness, and we wanted to do the best thing we could because of Dr. Kellis.
I believe that's the hallmark of our district, is caring for the people, every single one of them. And I think it started with Dr. Kellis.
And you couldn't help but, when you left the meeting with Dr. Kellis, to kind of use his words and reflect on his words and make yourself better.
I remember one specific meeting where he said, go back to your campuses and try to say yes as many times as you can, because that small word will have a great effect on the culture and climate in your school.
He taught me, a couple of things that have carried with me through my whole life and my whole career, and they're very simple things, really. And that is, no matter what decision you make sure it's in the best interest of kids.
Dr. Kellis, again, was one that was very humble, was a great leader, didn't care who got the credit, just wanted young adults to learn.
He was committed to the ongoing learning of every student in the district. That was his vision.
I really think his legacy is that as valued educators, we can and do make a difference in the lives of our students.
But always, always, you knew what principles he stood for, and you knew and understood at all times that he lived by those principles.
He was very concerned that everybody was treated the way they needed to be treated to be able to accomplish the things that they accomplished.
He was such a man of integrity, and he was visible, he was hands-on, he was a formidable presence, but he was a real human being.
His compassion just compelled you to go back to your classroom and work even harder to try to make those kids and young people successful, and just pour into them more and more.
But it was a great time, and he was a great person to be there to lead this district to where he did, to become one of the finest districts in this state.
He was truly a man who made you want to do your best for our district.
He never failed to inspire me, to make me want to be a better teacher, a better person, a better parent.
I think he talked about relationships and the process, and he valued people, and he knew that the results would take care of themselves if we did things the right way, and I think he modeled that.
I just felt very privileged to work with him, seeing a person who understood very clearly this thing called public education again, and that it's what makes our children's lives successful. It's what makes our democracy strong. It's what our future is all about, and he got that.
As you look at leadership, not just while that person is serving as a superintendent, but years later, after he's left, we've been able to maintain the level of expectation and excellence in this district. And that's a testament to just how strong his leadership was.
He encouraged people to give all of their hearts to the children. And I see that around me every day in our teachers and all of our staff. They are dedicated, they're hardworking, and they're selfless. The hours they spend to invest in these children is amazing, and they get that from Dr. Kellis's vision.
Tonight we are proud to reflect on the profound impact that Dr. Kellis had on the district and look forward to honoring 3 current leaders who will bear that vision into our future.